Someone typed a couple sentences into an AI. It generated a movie quality fight scene between Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt with dialogue, sound effects, and realistic facial expressions. And we just reviewed it before recording this, and it's
really good.
Yeah,
That's really good.
even the way that like Tom Cruise moves,
Yeah,
holds
and
his
his
body.
his facial, the way he speaks when he says lines.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And Brad Pitt.
And for a moment, I thought we had a new movie coming out where the two of them were in a fight scene. I was very excited.
So what happened? Well, Disney, Paramount, Netflix, all lawyered up the very same week. AI officially broke Hollywood. And if you think this doesn't affect your business, well, you're not paying close enough attention.
You're listening to the AI Convergence podcast, presented by Voxe AI, where AI, business, and mindset converge.
Welcome to the AI Convergence podcast, where AI, mindset, and business converge. My name is Matt Ponte.
And I'm Michael DeVue.
And today we're talking about the AI tool that just terrified Hollywood and what that means for every business that creates content, because it is relevant, and why being real just might be the most valuable thing that you can be now and in the future. So
why being real?
Yeah.
Just got real. Yeah. The Seedance 2.0 explosion, right? The ByteDance is the parent company, obviously the one behind TikTok. We've been in the news, obviously, for a long time. Just released Seedance 2.0 February 14th. It's an AI video generation model. You type in a text prompt, it generates a video up to about 15 seconds with dialogue, with sound effects, with realistic motion. And within hours, a clip of Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt in a hyper-realistic fistfight went viral. Over 3.2 million views on X. The clip was generated from a 2-line prompt. Irish filmmaker Rory Robinson shared it. Deadpool screenwriter Rhett Reese responded, "I hate to say it, it's likely over for us."
Yeah. Yeah. And users started generating Spider-Man, Darth Vader, Baby Yoda, which I love Baby Yoda.
Jack came back from the dead in the Titanic.
Oh, yes. That one.
We were like, wait, what? She pulls him back out of the water.
He never died. Oh my God.
That made me a little happy.
Yeah. I mean, Deadpool, Marvel characters, anime characters, all without any permissions.
It's going to be endless. It's going to be endless. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
So they're, Seedance 2.0, that's crazy. When this happened, it wasn't even publicly available yet. It launched on ByteDance Jimeng app for Chinese users, with plans to integrate into CapCut worldwide. And so, it hadn't even hit the mainstream yet. It's already causing a ruckus.
We love our content. You know what I mean? Humans just love entertaining content. And I think that on one hand, I think that benefited us because it drove a lot of people to use AI just for fun. But then it's also going to come back to bite us. Yeah, it's a little bit here. So
yeah. And I'm going to share here. I'm going to spend 30 seconds on this, and then we're going to move on. But people ask me, like, aren't you afraid of AI? What are your concerns with AI? All the other stuff, even with the government stuff, doesn't concern me. This concerns me. This is where I get nervous because of fake news. Because when will we be able to tell or not tell what's happening on the news, on social media, if someone actually died but didn't? When is that going to be where nobody trusts anything anymore? Or it causes riots and acting outs and chain of events that we can't control. So that's where my only concern with AI is this one that we're talking about. We move on. So someone typed 2 sentences, generated a scene that would have cost the studio $50,000 to shoot, at least.
please.
If you have,
You see that rooftop?
I know.
Is that it?
Tom Cruise, they don't get out of bed for $50,000.
The insurance alone on that scene would have been $50,000.
Yeah, and they did it from their couch.
So is this like available for everybody, right? No guardrails. Anybody can jump in and just start doing it.
Well, I don't actually think so. because I mean, I guess that's the fear and that's the problem. Seedance said that we're on it. We're working on it.
Whoops, sorry, we
Yeah.
got it.
We're gonna be better. But again, that's all in China. So how much influence, does Hollywood and American laws really have? But what's happening here, I'll just kind of go through everything that happens. So like Disney sent a cease and desist letter
Right.
calling it a virtual smash and grab of Disney's IP. They accused ByteDance of essentially prepackaging a pirated library of copyrighted characters. Paramount followed with their own cease and desist, and Netflix, Warner Brothers, Sony. So basically the whole Motion Picture Association, they all got together, which they should.
Absolutely.
And they sent a formal cease and desist. And this is the first time that the MPA has ever done this to a major AI company. Charles Rivkin, MPA CEO, said in a single day, the Chinese AI service Seedance 2.0 has engaged in unauthorized use of U.S. copyrighted works on a massive scale. And then we just saw the SAG-AFTRA.
Sean Astin, the president of SAG-AFTRA, just make his announce about fake #fake, no fakes or no fake fake laws. Yeah.
Yep. No fake laws. It's an attack on every content creator around the world. Unauthorized use of members' voices, likenesses.
And ByteDance's response was exactly what?
Yeah. We respect intellectual no. We all respect our intellectual property rights.
That's
and our technical
cultural appropriation.
That's done. Sorry, we shouldn't do that. Sorry. Sorry.
Let's redo that, shall we?
Let's redo.
We're gonna get so much trouble.
No, they said they're just trying to make people laugh.
Right.
We respect intellectual property rights and are taking steps to strengthen safeguards. But they didn't give any specifics on how they were going to do.
Of course not.
So
the double standard. And here's what's wild: Disney isn't anti-AI video. I mean, obviously, movies are going to be using AI in their technology. They signed a $1 billion licensing deal with OpenAI to use Star Wars, Pixar, and Marvel characters in Sora, OpenAI's video generator. Can you imagine how they're feeling now? So the issue isn't that AI is making video. The issue is who gets to do it and whether they pay for the IP.
Yeah.
Right. The same dynamic we saw the music with Napster back in the day. Does anyone remember Napster?
I have Napster on my computer.
Versus Spotify. Books, by the way, with Kindle versus privacy. And then, of course, photos with stock versus AI-generated versions. And first comes the chaos. We know this. First comes the hype. Then comes the licensing framework.
So, I mean, let's be clear. Disney didn't send ByteDance a cease and desist because they're against AI video, right? Not anti-AI.
Right.
They sent it because ByteDance didn't pay. And the future isn't AI. The future is licensed AI.
So compared to Sora, VEO, Kling, the leap here is the integration of audio with video, dialogue with sound effects, and ambient audio, not just the silent clips. Generating 10 seconds of high-quality AI video requires a massive amount of computing, which reports estimate up to 4 liters of water cooling per 10-second clip.
That's insane.
Right? And these people are just having fun.
Yeah.
And they're putting it in there, costing all of us taxpayers dollars, water, resources, just for a good time on something that's fake.
Well, Michael, but should you care?
I think so. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say yes.
You should. Well, I mean, I guess for business owners who use video marketing, you should care, and that should be every business owner, right? That uses video marketing. I remember back in the day, video marketing was like, it was the way. I remember YouTube was getting super popular. Well, where I had my S2 creative studio, and we created video for businesses for YouTube. And like, that was the thing. Like, you need to have, I vividly remember having conversations with business owners. You need to have video to edge out your competition. Your competition isn't using video to promote their business. And it's just so crazy now, 20 years later, whatever it is, now it's, AI, but video is still part of the conversation. And that's, now I'm going to philosophical track because I'm like, what do you think that is? Well, we can connect with people, we can see, all that, get more of an emotional experience, but where's my hat? I digress. I digress. For businesses, you used to have to pay 15, $20,000 for something, uh, that would be a commercial or a set of content pieces that you could use for advertising, et cetera, et cetera. And while this can be scary, I think the capabilities should be empowering to business owners. So hopefully you would not use the likeness of anyone in the promo of your business. I hope, but you could use your own likeness. It could be you and your partner doing a fight scene on a roof, right?
You want to see that?
Yeah.
You want to see that?
You want to do that? And then you're like, fighting over who is going to be the next HVAC company to install it on the roof. Like, you could use these things to be imaginative and creative to where you would never be able to do it before. But now you can have yourself, your partner, your, niece, nephew, whatever it is, create these things
Mhm.
for just, pennies on the dollar. So when everybody can do this,
Mhm.
so when every business owner can do this, then what's
The playing field levels again,
yeah.
right? Just like it always does,
Yeah.
right? There's always the people who are out of the gate first, all of the leaders, all the people taking the chances, taking the higher risks and getting out there. And then everybody has access and everybody can do it. The playing field begins to level out again. Then we move to the next level. We start discovering different ways we can use it, different advances in the technology, applications for it. But the creativity part, the human part, that's the unique part that can't be done by AI. That's what we get to do and how we bring it to the game.
Yeah. Yeah. And so when all video is awesome, amazing, it goes back to the same thing. And I'm just using a very a real life example. When smartphones started coming out,
Mhm.
people were like, "Well, I can video on my phone," and yes, I am, because I was born and raised in Florida, and that's how they talked where I was from. "Well, I can make video on my phone. Why should I pay you $5,000 to do it?"
Great. Go do it.
Yeah,
And you'll
go do
come
it.
back
Yeah.
and you'll find out that there are people who do it way, way better.
Way better. Yeah, it's not the quality of the tool, it's how the tool is used.
I think it's also time.
Yeah.
The value time of a business owner. Do you really want to spend your time trying to make all these content videos and stuff when you could pay somebody else to do it? If the value of your time is equal to the content you're creating, great, go for it. If it's not, if it outweighs making the content because you're a busy business owner, then you need companies like Vox AI Marketing. You need companies that can help you create that content.
Which, by the way, we don't create content for you. But we used to, my other company back in the day. I just don't want anybody, shooting us up. They're like, "Oh, didn't make a video for us?"
No,
No, we did.
efficiencies, operations, and yeah, we do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we'll do the automations for you.
Yeah.
But, so another thing too here is that we're about to enter a period where you literally cannot trust what you see online. I talked about this in the beginning. Fake testimonials, fake before and after photos, fake video reviews, fake case studies. And the businesses that win in this environment won't be the ones with the best AI generated content. They will be the ones that are provably
Real.
real. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real. Like I keep saying that AI is going to force people socially, economically, socioeconomically to be more human.
And I think we're gonna start seeing new benchmarks, standards, stamps of approval for what is real. So if you use your website, Better Business Bureau, real approved. You have the real stamp of approval, like real that what was that real milk or real
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
real
Oh, wasn't it like a check mark or something?
something like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna start seeing companies who specialize in helping you get that real vote of approval
Yeah. Well, just like you can get that blue check mark on
on
Facebook,
LinkedIn and
Instagram, or
yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's a good thought. I didn't think about that too. Like what is real. And I think because we talked about this, and I think you were there
Mhm.
at the Shift, which is the kind of like AI conversation group networking event that we have. And when that playing field, when everybody can do the same thing, what it does is it actually lowers the veil, so to speak, and the people who are really care about their customers rise to the top. The people that have real, true ethics rise to the top. the people that go out of their way to give a better human experience will rise to the top. And I think that's going to be the differential.
I'm sorry. Are you talking about the foundations of just doing good business?
Exactly.
That still works?
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
We're getting back there.
Yep, exactly. And I've been saying it for years, and I'm going to keep saying it. So for business owners, so there's two things here. Use the tools. It makes it so much easier. You don't have to depend on someone to come in, film things. You can save the money, and this is going to help those that are bootstrapped, or you can't. Maybe you've been sacrificing video content quality because you can't afford it. Well, now you can. However, make sure there's still human in it. Make sure you're still human in it. Make sure it's still. Don't flood the social media and everything with fake content, and I think we're all tired of that already. I think it's very safe to say that consumers are tired of seeing AI generated content, and fake things and M dashes all over the place, and people know that wasn't generated by a human, that was generated by AI. And so use it to cut down your workflow, cut down your costs, but still be I don't know, what's the word? Relatable, right? And so people can only relate to humans and relate to AI, no matter how good it is. We have that sixth sense. So
like AI created, no, human created, AI generated.
Yeah,
That's my
yeah.
disclaimer.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. So when AI can fake everything, being real becomes the most valuable thing you can be. Authenticity isn't a buzzword anymore. It's a business strategy.
100%. This episode of AI Convergence Podcast is brought to you by Voxe Studio. Here's the reality. AI can now generate video, copy, images, and entire marketing campaigns from a single text prompt. And that means that the internet is about to be flooded with content that all looks the same because it was all made the same way. Voxe Studio is different. It's an AI-powered SaaS platform built for agencies and small business owners that puts SEO, AEO, voice agents, website builds, landing pages, blog creation, and publishing all in one place, handling 90% of the work for you busy business owners. You don't need a marketing team. You need a subscription. Because in a world where anyone can generate content, the businesses that win will be the businesses whose marketing actually feels like them. Real brand voice, real strategy, real results that you can measure. And with Voxe Studio, you can do it yourself without hiring an agency or spending months figuring out the tools.
So if you're a home service company, a contractor, or a local business doing 500,000 or 5 million in revenue, and you're tired of paying agencies thousands of months for marketing, you could be running yourself. Voxe Studio changes that. And it's AI powered marketing in your hands, not your agencies. And you can learn more at voxai.com.
Why authenticity is your competitive advantage. On my consulting side, it's called Authenticity Unleashed, where I help business owners and executives and things like that get to the place of authenticity within their brand, within their narrative, within their own personal experience. So fascinating to me how many of us don't understand what authenticity feels like or is. And it's interesting that we're at this cross point or this crossroads where we are yet again, asking the very question about authenticity. So we just talked about AI that generates movie quality videos from a text prompt, and our natural reaction as business owners is great. I can make better quality videos for cheaper, and of course that's true. But here's the problem: no one's thinking about specifically. So can everyone else?
Yeah.
So can everyone else. We're gonna get there, right? When every business can literally generate polished content instantly, the content then loses its power. It loses its impact. We lose the impact of what we're setting out to do. What gains power? Trust, authenticity, proof that you're real.
Yep. And, this just reminds me, the trust crisis is already here. Okay. And this reminds me.
I think it's been here.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It reminds me of early on when everybody could build a great website, right? People could throw up websites for fake companies and whatnot.
.coms.
Yeah, .com, the whole .com boom. But at the end of the day, anyone could make a great website, but there's still conversion psychology. There's still
Fulfillment, delivery,
well, yeah, fulfillment.
relationships.
But what I was gonna say is that because some people are like, well, everybody can build a website, they're all the same, it doesn't really matter. Well, yeah, I mean, it does matter. It matters like where things are placed on the website, what is said when, what does the call to action phrase or button say, where is it placed? And that takes knowledge and understanding. And that's where I think that we're still gonna be for a while. People will be like, aren't you afraid of people coming and doing what you're doing and copying that? No, because, in our experience, in my everyday experience, AI can only do so much. You still have to orchestrate it. You still have to know what is crap, what isn't, what's right, what's wrong. You have to understand, it's like, I think it's like whenever these giant 3D printers come out that can build a house, right? And then you're like, I'm going to build a house. Well, if you still have no idea of structural integrity or, foundation building or all this other stuff,
Foundation.
exactly. You're like, I built a house in like,
On sand.
exactly. On sand, right?
Exactly. Right.
So I think in addition to that, it's trust. People want to know, can I trust this? Is it real? And so I think business owners, and you're talking about authenticity, because I almost kind of felt like, what? I wonder if we're just kind of speaking to the choir here or beating a dead horse. But it seems to me that business owners still need to be reminded that authenticity
It's a practice.
is a
It's a strategy. We can easily get lost in inauthentic behavior, content, and programming, especially when convenience is valued more than authenticity.
Yes, yes, so true. Pin that. Let's roll that one.
Roll that
man.
back, yes,
Yeah.
especially when convenience outvalues authenticity.
Yeah. So, we used to say seeing is believing. Now seeing is just
Seeing.
seeing because we don't really believe in it.
Mhm.
Trust has to come from somewhere deeper than a policy.
So how does a small business actually build trust if people cannot trust what they see online? If 52% of the American public do not trust what they see and believe, especially if it's AI generated, how do they build trust?
Well, we have a stack for that. It's the
Stack.
5 layers of authentic business.
It's called the trust stack.
Trust stack. Yeah, the TS. Trademark. No, I'm just kidding.
I love it.
Well, but yeah, it is basically it's a framework.
Yeah.
Because every one of us that have gone out there, when you're making any kind of significant investment, you don't just go to one place, be like, well, I trust them. Okay, let me pay. No, you go to different places online. Who are they? You ask people, you ask friends, you gather data to make you feel confident enough to make a decision. And so here's those things that can help people make that decision faster for your business.
Layer 1, show your face. In a world where AI avatars and generated spokespeople are putting their actual face on a camera, it's a power move. It's simple, it's free, and it immediately signals to the public this is a real person. Business owners who do selfie-style video updates, walkthroughs of the job sites, behind the scenes of their processes, this content outperforms polished ads because it actually feels real. You don't need production value, you need presence.
Yep. And we've seen this a lot. A lot of major content creators now are saying that just being on camera and being authentic sells so much more than polished ads. Number 2 is show your work. Real before and after photos, real job site walkthroughs, real process documentation, timestamp, geotag, verifiable. If you're in the home service business or any service-based business, this is gold. A 30-second video of an actual kitchen remodel or HVAC install is more convincing than any AI-generated commercial. And platforms like Google Profile, Yelp, social media, they're starting to prioritize verified original content over generic posts. And so a shaky iPhone video of your crew finishing a real job at a real house will outperform a $10,000 AI generated commercial every single time because it's real. So layer 3, let your customers speak. Real testimonial videos from real customers, not scripted, not AI generated, real people saying real things about their experience. Are you getting drift to?
Are we hearing real?
Yeah, we're hearing real.
Okay.
Google reviews still matter enormously, but not only on Google, on other platforms as well. And video testimonials on your website and social media add a much deeper layer of trust. AI can generate fake written a review in seconds, but it's much harder to generate a fake real customer video. Standing in their kitchen saying how amazing your work was.
This layer 4, be transparent about the AI. If you're using AI in your business, which is great, and you should be upfront about it. We use AI to help respond to inquiries faster so that you don't have to wait for a callback. We use AI scheduling you so you always get the most convenient appointment. Transparency about how you use AI will build more trust than pretending that you don't use it at all. Your competitors are going to get caught using AI generated testimonials, AI generated before and after photos, AI generated case studies. When that happens, the businesses that were honest about their use of AI from day one will be the ones left standing.
So don't hide the fact that you use AI. Hide the fact that your competitor does and pretends they don't. Ooh. That's the difference between transparency and deception. It's like the voice agents that we built. We always say, unless the customer insists otherwise, that they start off, "Hi, I'm Jennifer AI, and I'm a virtual assistant that can help you with anything." This way, you answer the phone, you know exactly what you're dealing with. Transparency is a huge thing.
Yeah.
And the last layer 5 is building a reputation moat. Reviews, testimonials, case studies, community involvement, your years in business, verified credentials. These create a cumulative trust profile that AI cannot replicate. AI can, create landing pages in a second, but it can't generate 200 Google reviews, 15 years of business history, BBB accreditation, and relationships with local suppliers. Your reputation is your moat, and in the age of AI, it's the one thing that gets more valuable.
Not less. Yes. AI can fake your marketing. It cannot fake your reputation. That's why reputation is the most valuable asset that you own right now. Use it, leverage it.
Yeah. All right. So let's bring all this together here.
Yeah.
Seedance 2.0 is just the beginning. AI generated video is going to get better, going to get cheaper. It's going to become more accessible. And the businesses that treat this as a content production shortcut are going to find themselves with a race to the bottom and competing with everybody else in their AI generated content. But the businesses that treat this as a signal to double down on authenticity, use the AI automation to produce your authentic video 100 times faster, bring transparency to the forefront, and trust will build something that AI can never compete with. So let's play through some quick honorable mentions here because there's so much that happens in the AI industry and we just don't have time to go over all of it.
Need 5 other shows.
Yeah, right. I know. So I thought this was pretty interesting. Spotify engineers stopped writing code. Yeah, I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, Anthropic has admitted that AI writes 80% of their code.
Yeah.
I think it's even more now.
Yeah.
But now Spotify came out and said the CEO Gustav Soderstrom,
Soderstrom.
Okay, thank you.
Soderstrom.
Told investors that the company's most senior developers haven't written a single line of code since December.
Been a nice vacation.
Yeah. Now they're supervising AI generated code instead. He says engineering product design will fundamentally change, and what teams build today may be obsolete within a month. This is the shift from writing code to supervising code. Whether you think that's exciting or terrifying, well, it depends on how adaptable you are.
Honorable mention number 2, OpenAI is using ChatGPT to hunt its own leakers. Reports emerged that OpenAI built a custom internal version of ChatGPT that analyzes news stories containing confidential information, then cross-references them against internal Slack messages, emails, and documents to identify which employees could have leaked this information, essentially using their own AI to spy on their own people. Make of that what you will.
Yeah.
And after today's announcement,
Yeah.
if you didn't trust them then, you probably won't now.
We're just going to leave that right there.
Just gonna leave it right there. Little hot potato.
Yeah. Honorable mention number 3, a Chinese AI lab just matched top performance at 1/20th the cost. Minimax, a Chinese AI startup, released M2.5, a model that comes close to matching the performance of the top AI models in the world at roughly 1/20th of the cost. They claim enterprises could run multiple autonomous AI agents continuously for about $10,000 a year. Cost of elite level AI is collapsing. That benefits everyone, especially small businesses. Now, I did do a deep dive on this, and I want to add something to this. What they're finding, though, is that getting it right takes longer than the models that we use now, ChatGPT, Anthropic, Gemini. So even though it is 1/20th of the cost, it has to reiterate more to get it right. So it's more about 1/5. So just one.
I have to reiterate more to get it right. I mean, I know how it feels.
Yeah. All right. So, quick takeaway. Seedance 2.0 is a preview of the next 12 months. AI generated video is going to become a common as common as AI generated text already is. Business that prepare for this by building real trust, real faces, real work, real customers, real reputation, real. This episode should be named The Real. The Real.
Yeah. The Real,
Which
is actually show.
It's
And you can actually buy clothes at Real. It's one of the highest end, reused, recycled, high-end couture clothing.
Really?
The Real.
Real.
That's what it's called.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Go find your real.
Yeah.
So the ones that try and fake it are going to get exposed. And the authenticity is the new competitive advantage, and it's free. So start doing it now.
Yeah, it's the difference between fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Humans can do that, but they're actually doing the work while trying to fake it till they make it, and they're learning along the way.
Yeah.
Whereas AI is not. So the trust stack we talked about earlier, layer number 2, really about showing your work. Every job, every product, quick documentation of videos. It's the easiest place to start, but it's also the hardest thing for your competitors to fake.
Yeah. So as we wrap this up, if this made you think about your content strategy, or made you rethink your content strategy, well, good. Either way, share this with any other business owners who you think could benefit from it. And, if you're having talks amongst your partners, yourselves, like we're going all in on AI, without thinking, or, well, maybe hopefully this and our other podcasts will. So speaking about it, next week, we're flipping the topic that directly affects every business with a website. Google is eating your traffic, and most businesses don't even know it's happening.
I want a meme with a Google as the Pac-Man.
Oh, yeah, and the little traffic balls.
Yeah.
All right. See you next Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Oh, my gosh.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.